Welcome back to the news at 10. We're going to return to politics now, and news just coming into us indicates that the president is about now meeting with some of the party's leaders, including some PDP governors, at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja. Those at the meeting include the party's national chairman, Mr. Babanga Tukur, the special advisor to the president on political matters, Ahmed Golak, the secretary to the government of the federation, Anyim Pius Anyim. State governors at the meeting include Emmanuel Udwaga of Delta State, Kaduna State Governor Murtala Yaro, Gabriel Suswam of Benue State, Theodore Orji of Abia State, Cross River State Governor Liel Imoke, and Seriake Dixon of Bayelsa State. Also attending are Gombe State Governor Ibrahim Dankwambo, Governor Godswill Akpabio of Akwa Ibom, Kogi State Governor Idris Wada, and Bauchi State Governor Isa Yuguda. None of the governors from the breakaway faction of the party is attending. The meeting is holding after initial reports that it had been cancelled. Well, the Kogi State Police Command has arrested 4 men for impersonation and other offences in Lokoja, the state capital, while parading the suspects over the crime said to have been committed at the Federal Polytechnic Ida. The Deputy Commissioner of Police narrated how the culprits were apprehended.
These 4 suspects, who had travelled from Abuja in a Toyota Camry with registration number APP 630BD to the Federal Polytechnic Ida in Kogi State, claimed to be officials of the Federal Ministry of Education on routine inspection, but later claimed to be EFCC officials. Their target was to extort money from the rector of the Polytechnic, but luck ran out of them as they landed in police nets.
The above-mentioned suspects came to his office at Ida, where they filled a visitor form claiming to be from Federal Ministry of Education, Abuja, on inspection of ongoing projects in the institution. They were interacting with him. He demanded for their official introduction letter, which they could not produce. Later, the suspect Ogbebo brought out an EFCC identity card, which he made him suspicious that he was fake. He now, on receipt of the card, he now alerted the divisional police officer Ida, who now came and apprehended the suspects.
Jackson Omosen, who hails from Akwa Ibom State and claims to be a pastor of Alpha and Omega Ministry in Abuja, said he traveled with his friend to pray on a project he was building in his village. The 3 other suspects said they were going to see a lecturer named Dr. Asuko, who we learned left the school about 20 years ago. Mr. Matthew Akpata is the rector of the Federal Polytechnic Ida.
Called me and said,
he narrates how they identified themselves as EFCC officials.
I was out inspecting some of our projects, so I now told my PRO that I should tell them to wait, that I'm coming. So when I came, I entered the office. So I now called my PRO to tell them to come in. So when they came in now, they now said that my PRO should go out. They don't want to see him, that it's only me alone they want to see. So they now said they are from EFCC, that they are doing some investigation, that they learned that some people committed fraud, and they were asked to come and investigate those fraudulent activities.
The police said they will be charged to court.
All right, we can bring you the story that we were trying to bring you earlier on, where a strong regulatory framework is what's needed to protect Nigerian youths from cyber crimes. This recommendation was made by the First Lady, Mrs. Patience Jonathan, at a summit in Abuja, organized to create awareness on cyber crimes, including hacking and financial fraud. She believes the draft bill to regulate Nigeria's cyberspace is a first step, stressing that a lot more needs to be done in this regard.
Internet fraud, cyberbullying, child online trafficking, pornography, cyber terrorism are all alarming and undesirable aspects of cyberspace. To compound this situation, there is no agreement of opinion among the nations of the world on how best to regulate the internet so that it does not become a monster that will later destroy our current civilization. It is for this reason that the United Nations, through its agency, the International Telecommunication Union, appointed me as the Child Online Protection Champion. This is
First Bank, truly the first.
Moving swiftly now to business news, here's Adeshewa Josh.
Well, thank you. Let's take you through our business stories at this hour. If Nigeria is to succeed in its transformation agenda, it will need to invest in infrastructure to harness its trading capacity in neighboring African countries. This is according to the president of the African Development Bank, Mr. Donald Kabaruka. During a session at the 19th Nigerian Economic Summit Group today in Abuja, Mr. Donald also noted that the need for free trade within African countries as the first step to economic boom in Nigeria.
If Nigeria is to succeed in this transformation, to join the global value chains for agriculture, their trade begins next door. I think sometimes we think that the global market is somewhere else. It begins next door in Benin, in Togo, in Cameroon, across South African countries. Where we're actually failing the people of Africa is on non-tariff restrictions. People of Africa are not moving freely as they should. Movement of goods is facing problems, and that requires policymakers to make a decision.
And now the Nigerian equities market has lost 631 billion naira, showing a steady decline in the month of August. This represents a loss of 5.2% compared to the 12.1212 trillion naira recorded at the beginning of the month. Experts say the decline is largely as a result of external factors relating to monetary tightening measures. Activities in the market had reached a peak in June, surpassing the pre-2008 meltdown levels, with the all-share index hitting the 40,000 basis points level, while the market capitalization was close to 13 trillion naira. However, following profit-taking by investors after the release of impressive results by major companies, the market volume began a steep descent, shedding over 631 billion naira in August alone. It appears the ongoing rift between Ecobank Transnational Corporate and the Securities and Exchange Commission is far from over. On Monday, Ecobank refuted claims that it's under investigation by the regulator, claiming its 2012 consolidated accounts were audited and certified independently by international accountancy firm PricewaterhouseCoopers and published under international financial reporting standards. In a swift response today, the Securities and Exchange Commission insists that it is investigating allegations of corporate governance breaches at ETI. However, the regulator has assured the investing public that the investigation will, as usual, be thorough and rigorous and will ensure adequate protection of the investor. It was a bearish run today at the Nigerian equities market as the NSE all-share index depreciated by 0.29%. Although the gainers table had high cap stocks, it appeared not enough to push the trading to the positive territory. Here's Loretta Chogo with the details.
Welcome to Stock Markets Report. The low appetite earlier recorded in equities trading at the Nigerian stock market was more reflective today. As evident in the market indicators, while sell pressure mounts in the market, investors are seemingly drawing back from equities. The all-share index lost the gains recorded in the previous trading session and closed at 36,230.83 points. The market's capitalization also depreciated in accumulation, settling lower
at 11.49 trillion naira. At the end of trading session, UACN, Total and Stanbic IBTC recorded the topmost price gains. On the flip side, Guinness lost 5 naira, while Fort Oil dropped to 35 naira 70 kobo. Leading the top trades chart was Transcorp, which traded 20.7 million stocks. Unity Bank's trade was valued at 7.3 million. In sum, out of the 4,490 deals witnessed in the market, the volume of traded stocks came to 138.9 million, all valued at 1.8 billion naira. And that's Stock Market Report. I'm Loretta Chiogo.
Well, that's it on Business News tonight. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank, truly the first.
Still ahead on the news at 10, former world #1 Roger Federer crashes out of the US Open, admits having a crisis of confidence. That's on Sports News. He joins again.